I hear it's your first day as an engineer. Let me be the first to welcome you aboard. I bet you're excited to get started. I remember my first day at the controls. We were hauling a heavy load through the heart of a storm. Lightning struck a tree nearby and sent it crashing onto the tracks ahead. As quickly as I could, I slammed on the brakes and skidded to a stop just in time. Adrenaline pumping, I radioed for help, and we worked together to clear the debris. It was a reminder that, on the rails, you've got to be ready for anything.
Rusty, are you banging on about one of your stories again?
How rude. I was just talking about my first day on the job.
There's no time for stories. You need to get the newbie up to speed on handling a train.
Let's get you familiar with the controls. To navigate the route, gently tilt the left thumbstick on your controller.
Well, while this is happening, I have to say, g'day viewers, this is the thing that a lot of people have been waiting for, which is Trainz on the Xbox. So let's just have a quick look around. We're in the American one, which is one of the starters.
If you stray too far from your train, don't panic. Simply tap the left bumper on your controller to teleport back to your last train.
Loading facilities. We saw another train come through before. We've got some animation on the houses, which is the kind of thing you would expect. People wandering around in the yard, not what you'd expect. But let's pop back to our train now and learn how to drive.
Glance around. Use the right thumbstick on your controller to pivot and take in your surroundings. Aim to get those 2D navigation displays in the center of your screen.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one. Right. Now I have to look at that one, I guess. Right, and now the other one.
This isn't the train you'll be driving today, so disembark from it by hitting the left bumper again. Here's something that'll help you find the train you're looking for. Get a bird's eye view by tapping the down button on the D-pad several times to zoom out and see more of the map. Nice.
So it is still basically a model railway simulator.
To help easily find the train.
But the graphics are quite nice.
If you zoom out far enough, you get an overview of the entire route. This highlights the track layout and certain objects throughout your route. To zoom in, tap or press and hold the up button on the D-pad. When moving around, if you get close enough to a train, you can attach the camera. Make your way to the CSX GP38-2 attached to those empty coal hoppers. Once you're close, press the left bumper to attach to the train.
Okay, I understand this. The sad thing is I've actually done this tutorial. Well, let's get that in the middle. Come on. Don't check me around, train. And why can't I move that at the moment? Approach the CSX train, okay. Trying. Very trying. Oh no! Ah! Right, let's try. Are we close enough? Oh, we want that one. Right, that makes sense. Right, yes, that makes sense. Okay, we're close enough?
I bet
I
you'd
guess
like
so.
to see
Good.
inside the cabin. To zoom into the driver's seat, press and hold the up button on the D-pad. It's time for a guided tour on operating the train. First up, we need to locate the reverser. This allows you to set the direction that the locomotive will drive. Currently, the locomotive is in neutral. The X button will cycle between the throttle and reverser mode. Tap the X button until you enter reverser mode. Now that the reverser is selected, use the right trigger to move the reverser into the forward position. When pressure builds in the brake cylinders, the locomotive's brakes are applied. We now want to release the train brakes. Press the Y button to enter train brake mode. Now that the train brake is selected, tap the right bumper several times to release the brakes and wait for the brake cylinder pressure to reach 0. Good, the brakes are released. Now it's time to get moving. Cycle to throttle mode by pressing the X button. Excellent! Use the right trigger to increase the throttle to position 1 to start the train rolling. Nice work. Let's build up a little speed, shall we? About 10 miles an hour should keep you within the speed limit.
Right during the beta, I did say, I'm not a fan of this control scheme, but you do kind of get used to it, I suppose. So it's basically X cycles between reverser and throttle, and Y cycles between the different train brakes. But you can only have one at a time.
By increasing the throttle with the right trigger, you'll be putting more power to the wheels, allowing you to accelerate faster. Reducing the throttle with the right bumper decreases power and can slow the train on level or uphill track. It's best to make small changes to the throttle, moving it 1 or 2 notches at a time. Try and stay within the speed limits by working the throttle. You can also use the brakes if needed. As your speed gets closer to the speed limit, you can ease off the throttle by using the right bumper.
So here we go on our first journey in Trainz on the
Zoom in and
Xbox.
out of the cab using the up and down buttons on the D-pad at any time. Tap and hold the down button to get out of the cab view. Likewise, tap and hold the up button to get back in the cab. At the bottom of your screen is the track profile. It has a lot of useful information. It can tell you about any upcoming speed changes and the status of each signal ahead. If you're approaching a hill climb or a downhill run, upcoming stations, and more. Today, let's just focus on using the track profile to keep to the correct speed.
Gratuitous bridge shot.
To sound the horn, push and hold the right thumbstick down. Make sure you blow the horn when you start the train moving or when approaching a level crossing.
Bit of a log train going the other way. So, for those of you who are hoping for a competitor for Train Sim World,
Your way to Gilbert's today to load
this
your
is
coal hoppers.
Trainz. Trainz
In
is
order to
cool,
get there,
but in its
you'll
own
be
way.
heading up and over past Peabody Lumber. There's a 2% grade coming up. This means you'll want to increase your throttle to maintain your speed up the incline.
And if
Try
you go too
tackle
fast,
this
it just
first
stops
hill.
you.
Be sure to stay within the speed limits. Here's a handy tip. You can press and hold the X button to quickly release all brakes, engage forward traction, and switch to throttle mode.
Ooh, that's new.
And here's another handy tip. You can press and hold the Y button to apply the emergency train brake.
Yeah, we'll be doing that. So if I put it in brake mode, which is Y, and let's put a little bit of brake on, and then press and hold the X button. Oh, look at that, it does do that, so they listen to some feedback. That's good. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be doing slower, aren't we? If you go too fast, it will actually kick you in the balls. So basically the game is a bunch of scenarios, and if I can remember how to do it... Actually, I won't go in there because it's got music and I'll just get pinged. There doesn't seem to be any way to turn the music off. I kind of thought there was in the beta, but there's not now. Another train going over the top of us.
Oh, I remember my first hill climb like it was yesterday. We were hauling a heavy load, and it was the middle of the day, and boy was it hot. The kind of uncomfortable heat where you were reluctant to lean on anything in fear of third-degree burns. And as we made our way up the 6-degree incline, I could feel the wheels start to slip.
Rusty, I can hear you through the two-way radio. Stop exaggerating about things that never happened and get back to work.
Well, you know what they say, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Remember, X button for throttle, Y button for train brake, right bumper and right trigger for changing the values of the mode you're in.
There we are, climbing up the hill quite happily. I'm finding this just a little loud in my ears, so I'll just turn it down a little. It's the same for you on the stream. I haven't changed anything. So I played through quite a few of the sessions in the beta, and I'm finally allowed to show it to you. This is the public version.
What are you planning on doing? Are you just getting your air up?
You'll see various types of nav points throughout the game. This upcoming nav point means to proceed forward along the path you're heading. There are many other types of nav points to look out for. Keep an eye out as they help give directions on the task you're currently working towards. You're coming up to Peabody Lumber. There's still an uphill climb, so keep the throttle on until the grade starts to level out.
This symbol's kind of like a go via in the game that we're used to. We've got another one coming up there half a mile away. So Trainz has been around for absolute donkeys on the PC. It's one of the older train simulators out there, or I should say one of the most mature. Maybe that's a better way to put it. And it started out as a model railway simulator, and it kind of graduated into a train simulator.
Coming up is a downhill run. You should throttle off completely and engage the dynamic brake. Use the right bumper to set the throttle to 0, which is known as the idle position. Use the Y button to cycle to the dynamic brake mode. Engage the dynamic brake by pressing the right trigger. You can now increase the dynamic brake with the right trigger and use the traction motors to slow down your train. This is a very efficient way to slow down a train and reduce wear and tear on its brakes. If you need more braking power, you can increase the dynamic brake with the right trigger. If you need to reduce the amount of braking power, use the right bumper.
So I have to say they've got a fairly good tutorial for people that are new to the game.
If at any time the dynamic brakes are not enough to slow your train, you can cycle to the train brakes using the Y button and apply them.
Now, if you're expecting a full physics simulator, while Trainz today does have physics, it's not a full physics simulator in
speed
it's
limit
exactly
reduction
the
up
same
ahead.
as what you'd expect from a
Be
real
sure to
train.
control your
But
train to
it's
keep
pretty
your speed
decent.
within the upcoming speed indicated.
That might have been a bit too much brakes. So it does sort of accelerate and brake like a train, but don't expect cornering forces and much of a difference in your acceleration going uphill and things like that. And if you get too much over the limit, it'll actually stop you. The little blue part of the HUD shows you whether you're speeding up or slowing down. We have to stop soon anyway. So I think I will switch back to the train brake. As we crawl down the hill.
To avoid rolling down the hill, I think we might just apply the train brake. Now that the train has come to a complete stop and the train brake has been applied, it's time to change the junction up ahead. To change the direction of a junction,
Already done
use
it.
the left and right D-pad buttons.
These ones.
Press the right D-pad button to switch the direction of the closest junction in front of our train to the right. Great! You can now use the Y button to cycle to the train brake, then use the right bumper to release it. Use the X button to cycle to the throttle, and press the right trigger to start moving again.
Nah, gravity will do it.
Junction on to the new Westminster South, the second arrow bridge tender.
Okay, that's great. I agree with you. I spoke with him and he said I gotta let you know, but okay, I guess I'll talk to him and hopefully we can figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way I can put in the slow order, that's fine, I'll do it, but I don't know what the mileage would be or traffic destination, anything like that.
Just out of
So,
curiosity. Yeah, it works.
with him and give me the information, I'm more than happy to issue the slow order, but I'm not going to issue it if I don't know what.
At the end of this line, you'll reach Gilbert's yard.
So I'll mention to him that there's a slow order for trains going in and out of the tunnel there. And, hopefully we can do it. I'll get in touch with you there if I
Okay, sounds good.
Back inside the cab again. Following our waypoints.
You
Oops,
can
I got
focus
kicked
the
out.
camera on any part of your train, all while maintaining full driving control.
Oh, okay. It wants me
Move
to
the
wants me to have
left
a look.
thumbstick in the direction of the train car you want to focus on. This will move the camera along the train. It's handy when you need to see other parts of the train besides the locomotive you're in.
Good for loading, for example. Just keep following our little waypoints, which are the little circles with a hat on top. So I've played Trainz for a long time. Too long. I think when did the first one come out? 2012, maybe? Somewhere around there. And it started out as Trainz, and then it became N3V Trainz at some point. Still exists. And if you're familiar with the Trainz Plus system on PC, there's a whole world of stuff that you can buy things for. That doesn't apply to the Xbox. The Xbox is a curated set of scenarios that you go through, and you unlock them one at a time. And when you get through those, you get the sandbox mode, so you can play on the routes that come with the Xbox game as you'd like. Trainz does not have the concept of services. It's only got the pre-baked scenarios and free roam. So it's not like that other train simulator.
I want you to reduce your speed as you make your way under the coal loader. The speed limit here is 5 miles per hour. Slowly pull the cars under the coal loader to fill up each coal hopper.
Put on his top one.
We got signals now up to Seattle, thanks. C92 up.
Okay.
Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading, loading. Train high. Prepare to be amazed by the mystical magic machine that is the coal loader. I kind of wish I could have started you further through the scenarios without all the overspeak. Yep, I'm speeding and I'm doing 5 miles out of 5. That's because you're doing 5.01. Here comes the first load. There it goes. Look at that. Lovely.
Nice. That's one hopper loaded. Continue to fill the rest of the coal hoppers.
And of course the load fills just after you come out of there, which makes a lot of sense.
Hopper, you'll need to reverse the train to get back to the coal loader. To do this, use the X button to cycle to reverser mode and put the train in reverse. Once in reverse, cycle to throttle mode and give it a little throttle to move the train slowly through the coal hoppers.
Sounds like fun. Fortunately, it's on a flat, so they're not as mean as they could have been. Here come our last few. I was trying to remember whether we change ends, because you can't drive out of here. Whether we change ends or whether we just finish it here. I'm not sure. I can't remember. You don't walk around in this game. You fly.
Just so
Nice work.
There we
We're gonna
go,
need
all
to
done.
Take these back to Richmond Yard where we first started. Let's have a short break. Once you're feeling refreshed, we'll head to the other end of the train to switch locomotives and start our way back. I'm keen to see how you handle the weight of a full coal train. I remember my first day driving a fully loaded coal train to this very spot.
Yeah, keep going and it'll be the last day you remember.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. I'll probably have to mute this music.
It's time to make our way back to Richmond Yard and drop off these coal hoppers.
There's been a change of plans. Rusty, can you take these coal hoppers back to Richmond yourself? I've got another job for the new guy. I need both of you to make your way down to the junction at the bottom of this branch line. Once you get through the junction and get clear of it, stop and decouple the rear locomotive so the new guy can jump in. At that point, Rusty, you drive this train back to Richmond Yard. Newbie, you take the rear locomotive and head to Parker's yard and wait for further instructions.
Wow, driving solo already. Try and remember your train controls, as it seems I'm not going to be around to tell you too much more today. Alright, let's get moving. Put it into forward, release the brake, and give it a little throttle.
Way ahead of you, sunshine.
At the bottom of this branch line, there's a signal before the bridge. Make sure it's green before you proceed.
Righto. Green for go, red for go faster. That's right, isn't it? Yep. You can hop out of your train. You choose the right bumper to do that. So now we can free float around to our heart's content. You do want to move your sticks very, very, very gently when you're moving around, because otherwise you go whoop, and you don't know what happened. You're a million miles away. We should be able to attach back to our train. Yep. We are attached again. We can go back inside. We're in the second unit. That's interesting. Okay, let's come out. So let's go to there and go... Can we go to the front one? I thought we could. Maybe it's because I was in... Hang on. Let's just tap out and go up closer to that one. And when it gets next to us, we'll tap into
There's a
it.
red signal up ahead. Take it nice and slow so you can stop before the red signal. Once the signal turns green, you can continue on up the hill.
I think we're in the I think we're in the front one this
You're
time.
speeding. Slow your train down and stick within the speed limits.
Uh-oh, it stopped me. I was too busy trying to figure things out. So it'll just stop the train now. There's nothing you can do about it. Actually, I wonder if you can press... Oh, you can. Look at that. You can get out of that now. I just long pressed X to get the brakes off and get back into throttle mode. Interesting animations on the gauges there.
Is that you making your way down from Gilbert's, Rusty?
Hey Chuck, did you just come from Richmond?
Yeah, I'm making my way down to Parker's.
Not sure if you've met the new guy, but he's heading that way also.
I'm not stopping at Parker's today, but I'm sure we'll bump into one another.
The signal's now green. You can continue up the hill and stop where indicated. You might need to give it some throttle as the train is pretty heavy.
Up we go, Spanky. There's our signal. Gratuitous bridge shot.
apply the train brake so you can decouple the rear loco, and I'll be on my way.
And he gets to do a hill start. Wah, wah, wah. Might not make it. Making the critters. And while I do make fun of our little climate friend with calling the smoke the Gretas and things like that, I'm glad that she was not blown up this morning. Just say it.
Detector, milepost 1.5. Main 2, no defects. Repeat, no defects.
No defects, yay!
Out.
Is that going to be good enough? Yes, okay.
Decouple the rear locomotive using the menu button and selecting decouple mode. When in decouple mode, use the left and right D-pad buttons to toggle the nearest coupler in the specified direction.
Okay.
You take the rear locomotive to Parker's, and I'll drive this train back to Richmond Yard. Good luck.
Oh, it worked. I'm not quite sure how,
First
but it
time in a
did.
cab on your own. How exciting. Don't worry, I'll give you some guidance if you need it. You'll need to change the junction so you can make your way down to Parker's yard. Good work. Now follow this line all the way to the yard and park the loco there.
Off we go. Solo without blubbermouth in areas.
Dispatch, it's Cole Rail here at Fife, over. Like to activate TCS number 3536, over.
Alright, 3536. Got that operative, over.
Crossing tracks. Interesting.
Need to change the engine number from the TMBL 4000 to read the TMBL 4001, over.
Make sure to keep an eye on the track profile to make sure your next signal isn't red. If it is, make sure you stop before entering the upcoming block.
And it's not, so there.
You're not a key train, right, over?
No, we're not a key train.
Yeah, you often can't see the signals in the game until you're on top of them, so you do actually need to use the HUD, which they call the track profile down the bottom.
TMBL
Does it look familiar?
4001 and operative, over.
Alright, TCS number 3536.
What am I doing that for? I want that one.
To read the TMBL 4001. I also like to enter CTC between TCS 146 to 147, highlights the main. And then also permission to have your reverse movement in the plant, over.
So the other voices you're hearing are the radio voices.
Did you see one? I mean, there's still one there. Did you see one go by where you'll follow the main, over?
Yeah, they just, they pulled by here. They're going through right now. I mean,
this is
either way,
Bob.
that's fine.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Poor
you
Bob.
don't have a leader, that's what I have to do, so, yeah, we'll do it here in just a minute, over.
Okay, roger that, dispatcher.
Gotcha.
So we should have lights on now, shouldn't we? Oh, they're on that end. They're on both ends. Yay! Just gently easing up to our stopping point up here. It's not very, very far away. Might need some power, but might not. Just roll in there, I think. It's the remains of a trestle bridge of some kind here, by the looks of it. Ooh, red
Now that
lights
you've reached the
flashing.
yard, pull up next to those tankers.
They are. Cool. A training we will go. A training. A training. A trainzing we will go. It's pretty bad, eh? Hello, tank cars. Thanks for the memories. Thank you for the good time. There you go, you can stop now. Whee! Honest, you can stop. Thank
You
you.
need to head over to that CSX GP40-2 with the full coal hoppers. You'll be taking that one back to Richmond Yard. But before you leave, though, I'll need you to collect those tank cars.
Ah.
Detector, milepost 2.
Oh, okay.
6.4. Main
Oop.
2, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 2, 4, out.
Whoop. Whoop. Are we in it? No? I think we're in the tank car. Let's, Okay, let's try that. Yeah, I think we're in it now.
Stop up ahead and I'll
There we
change
go.
the junctions for you. Once the junctions are
Okay.
switched, you can slowly reverse in and couple to the tankers.
Boring horn. So we've got a big unit full of coal. Coal! Then we're going to mix the solid Gretas with some liquid Gretas and take them too. That way. So we only have to get past that that junction there, don't we? And then we can back up. But I think it wants me to come all the way to the stop point, I would suggest, because it can be a little bit finicky about your stop points and things. So you just do what you're told, and you'll be fine. There we go.
Reverse
Back down into
slowly
the
and
cab.
couple to the tank cars. Remember, you can
And-
use your left thumbstick to move up and down the train. You might want to make your way to the rear of the train to easily make the connection.
I think I have to go out one step to do that. Yep. Whee. And of course you realise this entire first drive is just a tutorial. And after this you just have to remember it. Perfect. It's not going to make it, is it? No.
Well done. You'll also need to couple to the locomotive you drove here. Okay, now move forward again and stop up ahead. I'll switch the junctions so you can reverse and couple to the loco.
You can hop off the train and drive too. You don't have to ride it. Back into brake mode. That should do, I think. Did I make it? Yes, I did. Okay. It's just not telling me that anymore. Release. And go to reverse. Back we go.
Auburn Yard to the Q-tree.
Yes, sir. Just, we got lights in the yard here. See what the plan is for us.
I really need a haircut.
Come on in, track 5. Drop your conductor off at the north end. You'll cut the power off and hang a thread there at the north end. And you'll continue on.
Which track are we in?
And I'll get a conductor
Oh no, we're okay. Are we?
And 253 will be out there to take the power off.
I think we're in the wrong track.
You guys down through 5.
I think I would have had to set the junctions, I'm guessing, because I'm in the wrong track. Okay. It's being mean to me now. Did it say I had to set the junctions? I'm not sure.
And you'll hang a thread there at the north end as well.
BN.
Nah, they're gonna bring the thread.
Post 0.1. Main 1. No defects. Repeat. No defects. Total axle 482 out.
I kind of thought it said it was going to set the junctions, but it didn't. Or did I do that, maybe? I was mucking about with buttons. Maybe I pressed the button. I'm assuming I'll have enough rolling power to get past this junction. Maybe. Switch. Points. Yes, points. That's what they are. We're not, you know. Now what I will have to do is go past the points and stop and start reversing so it knows which way I'm going so I can set the points. Otherwise it'll set the points in front of me. Undesirable. And I am quite mindful that we're heading for a red signal at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Alright, that should be enough. Alright, juice is off. And reverse. Once it starts to move. No, I can't change the junction. I can't change the switch. But what if I want to change the switch? Well, that's not any good. I think we're going to have to go ahead again, aren't we? Because we're just going to go off to the right again, aren't we? Or are we going the right way this time? No, we're going the wrong way again. Okay. Let's just go up the front of the train and let's take it as far forward as we can this time. Maybe I didn't get far enough the first time. I'm kind of thinking that's the case, actually. Yeah, I think I just didn't get far enough the first time, and I just assumed I had. And when I went up the back of the train, I saw the distance marker change. So I assumed it wanted me to go back, but it actually doesn't.
Reverse slowly. And
there we go.
You can
Okay.
always detach from the train with the right bumper and roam around for a better angle, then attach back to the train when you're done.
Now, what do these points look like?
Go ahead, over.
Remember what I said about tapping the throttle, tapping the sticks a little bit? That's better. Look at that. Okay.
You told me this had to happen before you, but yes, you're right behind it, over. Thanks. Dispatch out.
Back you come, our monkey balls. Can you press and hold Y to... Oh, you can. Oh, it just does an emergency. No, that's crap. That's no good. It's not what we want at all. Get on back. Rough handling. I've been naughty. I'm pushing my carriages when they still had the brakes on. I lost some points, did you notice that? I lost a lot of points from rough handling. Uh-oh. Bomb. Alright, so Trainz Xbox. It's coming back to the game so I can control stuff. Let's, we have got the throttle off, good. Brakes. We'll probably find it 4 mile an hour anyway, but Trainz World Tour, so from N3V Games Proprietary Limited, which means they are an Australian company still, which is fantastic. And I think it comes out on the 23rd of October, I think. It's hard to say because on my game page it knows I've already got it. But anyway, the description is all aboard for the ultimate train driving adventure Trainz Simulator World Tour. I think I need to give it some juices. Step into the driver's seat and embark on an epic train driving experience built exclusively for console gamers. Trainz Simulator World Tour takes you across 4 stunning locales in 3 countries spanning the rugged landscapes of the USA, the iconic railways of Great Britain, and the untamed beauty of the Australian outback. Explore 4 stunningly detailed routes. We've got the Coal Country USA, west from Denver USA, which is prototypical, so Coal Country is made up. West from Denver's a real route. The East Coast Main Line, Edinburgh to Dundee in the UK, and I'm pleased to say it's an HST. And then the Bairnsdale to Orbost, Australia, which you've
head up and over the pass, which will take you back to Richmond.
you've seen me play
This train is going to be
many times on PC.
Here. You'll need to be extra careful with your train handling on the inclines and declines.
In other words, be nice. Because, you know, it doesn't like it. Oh, it just got a rather rough handling. Anyway, better get up onto our train, because we should go with it, probably. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Whoop. There we go. We're back on our train. You have to be gentle. Gentle. Continuing the read, 16 gameplay sessions to master with 4 unique gameplay sessions per route. You'll command a total of 16 immersive challenges. Begin your journey hauling coal in the USA before heading to the UK's historic railways and finally over to rural Australia. I think I can't even see the price anymore because I've kind of got it. Control trains from around the globe, from powerful diesels to iconic steam locomotives, so keep an eye on my speed. The CSX GP382 diesel, UP GP382 diesel, C&O 284 Kanawha steam, BR9F Evening Star steam, BR HST Intercity 125 diesel, BR Class 40 diesel, the BR Class 47 diesel. Let's just drop the throttle down. The Amtrak P42 DC hauling the Superliner cars, the CSX SW 1500 switcher, the BR Class 08 Gronk switcher, the VRT Class diesel, the VRK 190 steam engine, and that's just the start. With a vast array of rolling stock to haul and missions to complete, every session offers a new and thrilling experience as we get smacked in the face with a tunnel. Whether you're shunting freight, racing against time, or navigating challenging terrains, Train Simulator World Tour is your ticket to a brand new train driving adventure. Now, let me just see if I can open this same page in incognito mode so that it doesn't know it's me. Because I'm just looking at the Xbox Store page. Alright, it's open now for pre-order. It's $59.95 Australian. So that would be about 30 odd pounds, I suppose, or about 30 US dollars, something along those lines. And it comes out.
Bit of a problem.
Yeah, Rusty? What's that?
I was meant to collect some center beam flat cars on my way over past Peabody, but I forgot.
Good.
Really, Rusty? Sometimes I wonder how you're still.
I was trying to see the date that it's coming out.
Looks like you'll need to collect those center beams. I'll give you clear instructions when the
24th. There we go. 24th of October, 2025. Okay, sorted. See it, say it, sorted. No, that's the wrong controller. Don't pick up the one for the PC. I keep wanting to use my mouse to control things, and that's a bad idea, because it really on the Xboxing. It's interesting trying to drive this about 1 second behind too, because the Xbox is actually over there. And its monitor is over there, and I'm watching it through OBS, because I'm silly like that. So it looks like we do actually have this... Wow! Okay, that's cool. I like it. That's a gratuitous print shot with a difference. Let's take a train across that, shall we? You know, I think one of these days, when we get into free roam, we're going to have to see if we can get onto that, because that's just going to be funny. Alright, we better get back to our train and get back onto the locomotive. Can I just right bumper it? Yes, I can. It just takes me back to the train. Good. We are starting to climb, so I'm hoping I can stick in this notch for now. Oh, we are starting drop speed. Good. You can see the blue part of the HUD is going down quite quickly, and it's showing 15, which is showing at this power rating, that's what you're going to get stuck at. So we'll just notch it up slow. So it's giving a bit of an indicator. The thing I'm looking at is this down here. I don't know if that shows on... No, it probably won't show the cursor, will it? No, because that's on the PC. Never mind. But in the bottom right-hand corner there, you can see a blue bar that's inside the speed dial. That's what I'm looking at. So we're going to have to pick up some centre beam flat cars, apparently. Because Blubbermouth was too busy blabbing and forgot them. But that's okay. I have to say there's more to this scenario than when I played it in the beta, which is good to see. I was a little disappointed in the length then, but it's actually quite nice now, because we've been recording now for nearly an hour, so this is actually a good playthrough. Now, I'll live stream this on Sunday, and we'll play through as whatever we get through. But today we're just doing an opening video, just to give you a little bit of a taste of what Trainz on Xbox, the Trainz Simulator World Tour. Now there's a bridge. What? Can I manage to... What? Ah! Oh, I'm going to get used to these controls. I'm messing this up so badly. There we go. Bridge. We saw it. Bridge. So, back to the train then. Oh dear. Oh, I buggered that up. You can see on the chart at the bottom of the screen quite clearly what you need to do with your upcoming speed limits, and you can see things like upcoming signals and stop points and the like, and it does highlight things quite nicely. So it's a gamer-friendly game, let's put it that way. It's not the simulator of doom. You won't discover trains that scream at you in German, or you just can't move them. So if you're the kind of gamer that wants to play with trains, this is the game for you. And you know I'm a real engineman.
I need you to pick up a few center beam cars.
I've got the dirty hat to prove it. Let's put that back with my... It's disgusting. Let's put that back with my kit. The reason you wear a hat is so that it gets disgusting, not you. So I'll just keep the power on going up the hill. I'm not bothering with increasing speed too much, because we have to stop anyway. We can put another notch into it, I guess.
8 now, 207.
Well, look. There's a dead passenger carriage on the left there.
Here, 20766. D4, DR.
Now we can see a stop marker coming up on the chart there. You can also see it on the screen. It's appeared. And we had the little bloop that tells us something's coming. So while it doesn't have the qualities of a full-on train simulator, what it does have is a gamer-friendly approach. And it doesn't hold your hand all that much after you get through the initial tutorial. It does teach you how to drive each train as you get it. But, oops. Bad driver. It does teach you how to drive each train as you get the thing, which is kind of cool. Ooh, there's branding. I love the fact that there's an outback Queensland home over there in the American countryside. Where'd that come from? Now, we're just going to back up to the centre beam flat cars and leave them on the loco that's on the back. I guess we are. I should probably start to think about slowing down, I guess.
Now reverse slowly and couple to the center beam cars.
So I'm assuming he's going to take care of that. So let's whiz down the back here. So I'm guessing he's taking care of the junction, or the switch there, as we should call it. So brakes off, reverse, throttle mode, go.
Good for 3 here.
Now, to avoid the rough handling, we'll just sit here and wait until the brakes actually pump the train up.
Need 2 more, TR.
UP Omaha Dispatch 1, TMBL 4001, over.
Yeah, that'll do there, TR.
It's uphill? No, it's not really. Let's go another notch.
TMBL 4001 answering, over.
There we go.
Now, where are you at?
I was thinking it would move on one, because we're kind of going downhill. But...
Hard to put here in the band, and we'll be sliding down and cutting away, over.
Okay, alright, thanks. Gotcha.
The controls are quite similar to a DCC-based model railway, if you're familiar with them.
Here we go, way ahead, 901. Clear.
A guy I know from my railway, who I won't name because that's mean, does actually work on supporting and testing this game, so it's good to have something that's got people you know involved in it. It's just cool. I never put the lights on the front, did I? I am naughty. Very, very naughty. Alright, here's our centre beams. Looks like there's a hopper car up on a tower there. Let's give it a very light brake there. Should be enough to couple up. Should be a safe speed for coupling as well.
Very nice. Continue up and over past Peabody and down into Richmond Yard. There's an oncoming train and red signal up ahead. A red signal means danger. It's not safe to enter the block ahead. Now apply the train brake and stop before the red signal. Signal passed at danger, or SPAD, refers to a driver failing to stop before a red signal. If you SPAD, then there will be a review and you could be dismissed.
Woohoo.
Signals are very important to the railroad. Signals oversee specific segments of railroad track, also known as rail blocks or block sections. The block signals are crucial for maintaining safe distances between trains and effectively managing railway traffic. Signals associated with these block sections indicate whether the block ahead is occupied or free. This dictates whether you should proceed, slow down, or stop. The track profile lets you see your train's position relative to any signals ahead, and also the current state of the signals you're approaching. Wait until the train has cleared the block section ahead. When the signal changes to green, you can proceed forward.
Back into brake mode.
Driving that heavy freight train today.
Oh, hey, Miles. Yeah, that's the new train driver. They're doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with how they've handled the inclines around here.
Excellent. We need more top train drivers. I passed Rusty on the way up. He said he was on his way to Richmond Yard.
Well, since he forgot to pick up the flat cars on his run, I'd expect him to be there already. Hey, Miles, you got any advice for the newbie?
I don't have much advice.
Now, is that the
Be sure to
signal?
blow your horn when you pass other trains.
No, that's the crossing. Okay. So the red signal's down there. There's a tank. Abandoned old car. And here comes the other train. Signal has gone green, which is a good thing, because I think I was about to go through that red signal, just quietly.
Make sure to watch your speed on this downhill section.
Yeah, boss. She'll be right, mate. Don't you worry about a thing there, mate. It's all good. I did that. I did that. My fault. We'll just wait until it's had a chance to release the brakes. That was my fault. I was just flicking around buttons and I pressed the Y a bit too long and put the emergency brakes on. It does have that common mistake that a lot of games make, that when you put dynamic brakes on, the diesels rev up. Because no, they don't. Not at all. Watch out for that tree, George. No foliage getting in the way of the train. We're almost down out of the steep bit now. So we will come off the dynamics fairly soon, but not just yet. Can probably drop back a notch on the dynamics. Dynamic braking basically uses the traction motors of the on the wheels in each of the bogies to generate electricity and then burn it off. Which is why I say the diesel shouldn't rev up, but
well done.
That's
It's all
life.
pretty flat for the rest of the way.
Except we're still going down the hill, and in case he hasn't remembered, there's a train back there that's still coming down the hill, in fact. So no, we won't come off the dynamics just yet. But we will start to notch them down. Because while it doesn't have true-to-life physics, it does actually have some physics. So it does know it's on a hill and things like that. We have a yellow signal ahead.
Ready for the car number, over.
Delta Tango Tango X-ray 7875113.
Okay. And all
It's not much point piling on the speed, because I can see that we do actually have a lower speed section coming, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Thank you, over.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Dispatch out.
I think that's a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. We'll know in a moment. It's clearly modelled after an area that's seen better times.
I'm very impressed with how you've managed to handle this heavy freight train today. I think you've got a bright future ahead of you being a train driver. That said, the job isn't over. Follow the nav points into the yard. I've made sure all the junctions are set correctly.
Thanks, boss. Yeah, I was right. That is a 15-mile-an-hour limit. So it could have sped up and slowed down again, but you know. Shall we try for another gratuitous bridge shot? Of course we should. Whee! See, I'm not taking my own advice of just doing it a little bit. There we go. Gratuitous bridge shot. Success with a tree and another tree. Brilliant. Yes, brilliant. Okay. Let's just go back to the train and shame, shall we? Nah, we'll watch across the bridge. It's fine. We're not speeding up a lot.
You guys cut away? What was that? Let me know when you guys are cut away. Looks like he hasn't ended the DP yet. Okay, I think he just said he's running back to the second one to get it online. It might take him a minute to get back. Okay.
In we go into the yard. Oh yeah, AI Trainz honk the horns in this. You can still do it one-handed with the X and Y and things, but I still think it's not the greatest control scheme on the planet.
Train in
But
line with that loader over there.
you do get used to it, I have to admit. I think it's harder to react to things quickly because you are flipping back and forth between buttons to choose the different from the three different brakes and flipping between throttle and reverser when you're shunting and things like that. Throttle and reverser I don't mind so much because you can only use one of those at a time anyway, except on a steam engine. You'll see why that's fun later. But with the three brakes, dynamic, loco and train, granted you don't use loco brake very much, but dynamic and train I'd like to be able to control independently. There's a wealth of buttons on a controller to use. Hey, look, old mate's still walking up and down there. Must be the railway cop. Looking for the oboes. Little waft of Gretas as I applied some power there. Good to see. Juicy. There we go. Nice gentle stop.
You made it back on your own. Well done.
Yeah, you might just be getting the hang of this train driving thing. Nice work. Head home for the day, and tomorrow we can break down the cars for pickup.
There we go. And that is it, and we've just got an achievement, but it doesn't show achievements and things on the screen terribly well in the game. I think there's a bit of a thing there. But, yeah, so we've got an achievement for that. We've done the first part of this. It took an hour and 18 minutes to get through that. Mind you, I was mucking around with a bit, looking at things throughout that. But, yeah, it's fun. It really is. And if you're a gamer that thinks you might like Trainz, then this really is a game for you. I have no hesitation in recommending Trainz. I've been playing it for years and years and years and years and years. Longer than the other one. You know which one I mean. But years and years and years and years. And I still enjoy it. It's still fun. If you're a dead set simulation gamer, there's a fair chance you might like this, but there's also some chance that you might not. So if you like a model railway, you'll love it. If you want the absolute perfect train driving experience from a realism perspective, you're not going to get it, but I reckon you're probably close enough, to be honest, for most people. So even the dead set people, give it a crack. See what you think. Let me know. I'll be curious what you think. I know a lot of people were looking for this to be the Train Sim World killer, and it isn't going to be. And I couldn't talk about it before because I was a beta tester for this. But I'm allowed to talk now, and I will. It's not the Train Sim World killer, but if you're playing that game, then to be honest with you, there's a really fair chance you will actually like this one. So I encourage you to give it a try. If you don't like it, you can always give it back. Maybe. I gotta confess I don't actually know how refunds on Xbox works. Maybe I should look into that. I've just assumed it's like Steam where you can try something and if you don't like it, you just give it back within a couple of hours. But anyway, I don't know if this game works that way. So, yeah, enjoy yourselves. I will live stream this on this coming Sunday morning in my usual time slot, 8:30 AM. And we'll play through for 3 or 4 hours and we'll see how far we get. And we'll definitely get into the Steam because that comes up soon. And maybe we'll get as far as the HST in that time frame. I'm not sure. We might. 4 hours I reckon we probably could, but 3 might be pushing it. Anyway, that's it, folks. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, and we shall see you around. Bye now.
We played a game.